Hello and welcome to the Underground Accelerated SEO Tactics video. This is going to be going over exactly how to get high search engine rankings fast. In this video, we're going to be revealing tried and tested underground tactics for getting high search engine rankings in the shortest time possible. If there ever was an easy button for high rankings in the engines, this would be it. This strategy is the result of 10 years of SEO experience, trial and error testing, swapping out different methodologies, staying current with the search engine algorithms, and finally finding something that's evergreen, that's not a trend, a fad, or anything like that that's going to be short-lived, but it's a true SEO technique that will allow you to pretty much to dominate the first page of Google in record time. Despite all the other SEO books, courses, and videos that you may see out there, no one else is teaching what you're about to learn right now. When I first got started, I didn't have any, all of the ninja tactic type of videos that are out now and things like that. None of that stuff was around, and it was pretty much me on a trial and error basis figuring out what worked and what didn't work and what the search engines were looking for. Now, granted, the search engines are a totally different animal nowadays. But what I found during this process to get to where we are today is that with a little patience and persistence and actually following through and multivariant testing, I've put together a powerful SEO strategy that combines all of our most effective tactics and tricks into one system that gets insane results. To be clear, this strategy, I guarantee, is different. The tactics that you're about to learn are different from any other SEO course that you've ever seen. This is the actual in-the-field application of what a few underground marketers who are in the know are using to rapidly go grab high-ranking terms, high-ranking phrases for keyword searches faster than it would take someone to go and do the standard SEO and the backlinking like they would normally do. We're going to leapfrog that entire process and show you how to apply a certain set of techniques in a way that will allow you to hit the ground running instead of having to do all the prep work and risking all of the waiting for Google to come around and decide your site is valuable. This bypasses all of that. And the bottom line is it translates to cash in your pocket. We're about to learn how to leverage your new ability to rank to achieve top search engine rankings to earn some serious money. And that's what we're here for. So to kick things off, let's look at what we need to rank well in the search engine, what we're going to need to have in our toolbox for the site. Whatever the site is, we're going to have authority with that domain. Okay, it's going to have a certain authority factor. It's going to have link diversity, page rank, relevancy, and trust. In this video, you're going to learn how to get all of these things in a matter of days, not months, not weeks, days. Okay. And this is what allows your site to rank fast, really fast. Okay, then, so let's get started. This tactic was born, this underground tactic came from us actually trying to outrank another marketer in a medical niche. And actually, it was an herbal supplement niche. And he had a site that was listed. We had been working on our site, for about a year and a half. And we were at the bottom of the first page for a very competitive term, and we were happy with that result for a long time. We were maybe in the 9th position. And this gentleman just jumped up, came out of nowhere, ranked number 1, leapfrogged us all together for his site that had 2 pages. And I believe at the time it was 110 backlinks. Okay? And this was something that I never seen before, and I thought, this must be a fluke in Google's algorithm, that he's either using some illegal stuff, something like a crazy spam, and it won't stick around. And this site lasted in that number 1 spot without even, it fluctuated. It went down to 2, 3, then back to number 1. That was the extent of its Google dance. And it stayed there for about, I'd say, the next 8 months. And then they actually redirected the site. But as long as from what we could tell, as long as they wanted it to be there, it was there. All right, I think the offer that they were promoting actually got changed, and they redirected the site, and then they had a drop in their rankings. But the point is that they were able to do this, and I had to dig into it and find out what in the world was going on. And we return to our the tool that we use all the time for competitive analysis, SEO Spyglass. It's a free tool that you can get. If you don't have it, definitely go download that. And we found some really, really interesting things. Okay, they had a little linking tactic going on that was really intriguing. And looking at that report that SEO Spyglass gave us, well, it pretty much answered all of my questions. I knew exactly what was going on. So long story short, we decided to take those two simple techniques they were using and improve them slightly. We combined them together with some of the methods with our traditional old school SEO, and the results are what you have here in this underground accelerated SEO tactics. And it's just it has been phenomenal since. Not only have I now gone back and outranked the guy who we actually learned two of the tactics from, but now we're permanently at number one. For most of the keywords we go after, we don't have an issue getting to the number one spot. And if any of you in the local marketing, helping businesses get their sites ranked in Google, you will absolutely kill it with this. You will dominate. Nobody in local is doing this. So sit back and enjoy this video, take notes, and then come back through and actually map out your action plan, because what you have in front of you is a solid plan so powerful that you don't need a lot of time or backlinks to leapfrog in front of the big boys. And whatever niche you're planning to get into, you can overtake them and get the coveted number one spot. We're not going for the top 5 or anything like that. We're going for number 1, and this system will let you do that if you apply it as directed. All right, this process all starts off with the domain, okay, but not how you would imagine. All right. First, let me just talk about the keyword in the domain for a second. This is an issue that everyone seems, webmasters are absolutely finding themselves obsessed with. All right. Should you target the keyword in the root of the domain at all costs? Should you do it no matter what? Or, even if it means dashes and all kinds of crazy stuff that I've seen. And to be honest, from my own experience, the only bump in having the keyword and the domain that we've seen is if you have that keyword exactly. Okay? With no hyphens, no prefix, no suffix, the keyword.com. That's when we've seen the bump. If you have any of the other stuff with the keywords spaced out with hyphens and all kinds of, if it's called loseweight.com and you put the best way to and then loseweight.com, that's not the same. That's not the same as the key phrase. But in general, it is preferred to get a relevant domain name if at all possible. Now, we've tested various solutions for a while, and what we found is that you can get just as good as a ranking by picking a domain that's more targeted towards a broader term in that niche, and then having the secondary page be the exact keyword. All right, let's take a look at an example of this. I want to show you. Let's say you scored the website Top Marketing Strategies, and we don't know who this site is. I just pulled this out of my head, this as an example. So if this is your site, then you got a pretty decent domain there. But let's say that the topic is the domain is based on the general topic of marketing. Okay, so it's Top Marketing Strategies. You could go and you could have Top Marketing Strategies SEO plugin if you were trying to rank for the word SEO plugin. You could have Top Marketing Strategies media buying if you were trying to rank for a media buying product, or topmarketingstrategies.com/list building. Okay, Top Marketing Strategies /PPC marketing. This would be a great domain because being that it's just talking about marketing strategies, it allows you to cover a variety of niches within marketing. All right, you can have affiliate marketing, you can have AdWords stuff, anything you want like that, and then you would save by not having to buy individual domains. Now, the tactic doesn't only just save you the money, but it also makes your website more of a long-term asset, because you can start promoting a few products. Let's say you promote this product, SEO plugin, and then you promote this product, and then you promote this product. As you do that and develop your website by adding more and more products and content, the website turns into an authority resource. Okay, and this is good, number one, for your readers. because they're going to like having that little central marketing hub. And number two, it's great for your rankings. It's also a very slick SEO strategy. Now let me explain. While building backlinks to these product pages here, let's say this is your main domain here in the center, and you have the SEO plugin product page here, you have the media buying product page here, list building, and PPC marketing. While you're building backlinks to these product pages on the outside, you're also boosting the overall rank of the home page at the same time. And you're doing this by employing deep linking, okay? So these key phrases, for these key phrases, these products will rank number one for all these secondary terms, hands down. But what happens is now the main domain with the keyword top marketing strategies, now this home page will rank on the first page somewhere for top marketing strategies. And it's just a matter of on-page optimization for that to raise it in the rankings. Now, if you're about to head off to GoDaddy or whoever you use to buy domains, hold on for a second. Don't jump the gun, because you should actually forget about buying new domains for now. All right. Newly registered domains are what you want to stay away from with this process. As you already know, Google, they love aged domains, and they give them big portions of their trust over and priority compared to newer ones. This is what results in higher rankings as well. But it's not just as simple as going out and buying an aged domain and getting unlimited high number one rankings. Okay. But in the eyes of Google, these older domains, they're not as they're not as affected by some aggressive backlinking plans that you can put in place, and that way Google won't go ahead and raise a red flag against you, wondering. People say that there's no linking strategy out there that can hurt your rankings, and I beg to differ. You can't, technically you can't. You could go out and get a million links and send it to your competitor's page, and Google's saying that shouldn't affect it because otherwise everybody would knock off each other's sites. But we've done some testing, and we've used softwares that we don't care to mention that generate a whole lot of links really fast, and we've seen dramatic drops, almost disappearing of sites that get this linking compared to those that don't. And what happens is Google does a red flagging system, which means they say that they're not going to knock you out the rankings immediately, but you get sort of put on a red alert, and they look and they can tell. They look further into the linking structure to try to diagnose whether if this is a spamming issue or if this is you trying to manipulate the rankings. And they really look out for this with the new domains. So for those saying that domain age doesn't really matter, from our experience it does, and it actually matters a lot. Age domains give us that trust factor for the domain. And the trust factor plays a key role in Google's algorithm. Now, in order to make the domain name SEO supercharged, though, you need to really crank it up, and you got to combine it with authority and trust factor in one domain. Okay, doing this, it's going to allow your website to leapfrog up the search results, and it happens like that every time. You see, old domains have proven themselves through time, and with that being said, webmasters that have the spammy nature, they use to register and drop domains quickly, and then with these and in order to do that, they create these sites that where they throw them up and spam them, and then they need to register new domains. So over time, age domains started carrying more weight than these new domains, and anybody who says differently, I wouldn't listen to that, because from my experience, from my partner's experience, from everyone that I know who's seriously in SEO, they'll tell you that age domains matters, and that's all we'll say about that. Now, like I was saying, age is not the only thing you need. You need to also combine that with authority. Authority is the trust factor in the domain. So your websites, by doing that, will just rapidly move up the rankings. Authority is the secret sauce that makes the magic happen. Okay, the problem is people go about it the wrong way. You may already know that links from DMOZ and Yahoo directories, they can really boost your website authority almost overnight and open the door to top search rankings. But what you might not have known is that by getting authority links from directories like DMOZ and Yahoo, you can really boost your website authority factor, and that will open the door to top rankings on Google, and you'll be ranking for terms that you normally wouldn't be able to rank for, or have a really hard time ranking for them. You also know that authority or lack of it can be a really a thorn in your side, because even from my experience, it seems like for particular keywords and particular sites, no matter what you do, no matter how much industrial strength SEO you do, you can't get to the #1 spot. Okay, then all it takes is just like one single link from a certain particular site which passes on authority, and then your rankings skyrocket. All right, and get you to that position that you weren't able to get to before. You see, it works in vice versa. Having lack of authority with this domain makes your links less effective, less valuable, and it slows up your entire process, slows your ranking, it slows everything to a crawl. So this is why I say it's essential to get your ducks in a row before you move forward. The solution for this is simple. Get a DMOZ listed domain and employ a 301 redirect. And if you don't know how to do that, we're going to show you in a minute. But let's get started right now with the age domain portion of this whole process. On the screen in front of you is the DMOZ directory. Okay, this directory has a very high Google PageRank, has a lot of authority because it's a human edited directory of websites. Okay, and you see they have different categories, travel. As you go through, they have sites that have been reviewed, and they only accept quality stuff. So naturally, Google likes them and gives sites within their directory a lot of weight. So our first order of business will be to buy a DMOZ listed domain, and we'll get it for a price that that doesn't break the bank. The 4 criteria that you should look for. Number 1, the domain age. The 4 criteria that you should look for. Number 1, we have the page rank. Obviously, the higher, the better. You should try to target for domains that are page rank 2 or higher. Number 2, the domain age. Obviously, the older, the better. Number 3, the relevancy. Okay, the domain name relevancy. The more relevant to your niche, the better. And number 4, the price. You should look at your budget, and you really don't want to go over $100 or $200 at most for these domains. $100 would actually be a good limit, maximum limit to set for yourself initially. Now, if you did find a domain that meets all 4 criteria, then I suggest you don't go any further. You just go and you set your website right up on that domain, because that puppy is going to work like crazy for you. Okay? And also, in the event that the domain name is not really relevant to your niche, that's fine. Just make sure that the domain name has something, more of something like a brand instead of a niche keyword in the name. If it's not going to match it exactly, then you want it to be a brand. So, for example, if you look here, we have topreviews.org. That would be the winner, the one we would go with over, because you can put / burn belly fat, you can put / learn how to cook pasta, / best vacuum cleaner. Anything fits top reviews. Alright. Golfstore.org, on the other hand, doesn't really fit a Cyberry unless you were trying to show. I mean, it's not a good fit in order for this process to work. Now, there's 2 general places we go to get our domains that are already listed in the DMOZ directory and have age, authority, backlinks, and so on. The first place you can go to is the Digital Point buy-sell marketplace, located at forums.digitalpoint.com. When you come here, you see I can just put the keyword DMOZ domain name, and then you have people selling them for $20 and up. Here's one that's a page rank 2, listed domain $20, but this is just LLLL, .net they were selling. But there's a good selection here to choose from. So you'll definitely find some here. And you'll also find some with DomainFace. You can go to domainface.com, take a free 7-day trial. It's a $20 a month service. Inside, you'll have a dashboard that looks like this, and then all you need to do is come down here and select DMOZ. Let's select PageRank 2 or higher. You can come over here and say GoDaddy. They have auctions where you can get and buy now prices, and a really simple system. And that's all you really need to select. You can go and be picker if you want and say it has to contain the word golf or something like that, but for now I would say leave that blank. And then you click on Find Domains. And just like that, we have a list of domains that fit our criteria. It's just a matter of going through and finding ones that are relevant. So if we had something on, opt-in marketing, targeted email marketing, we would have a perfect domain right here, emailhosting.com. It is 12 years old. It's only $10 at GoDaddy. This is actually a pretty decent name. I may go grab myself. Has a page rank 3. So, there you go, and it's listed in the directory. So there's more domains that than you can possibly use here that fit the criteria, and it's a nice little dashboard that puts them all in one place for you to use or to purchase or to bid on. The next thing you need to do is check out the domain, do a little bit more digging, and make sure that that page rank is authentic. You want to, and you also want to see if it's been dropped by the registrar in the past. So all you need to do is copy your domain name down and head on over to domaintools.com and put that domain name in there, and out spits the history. This is like the Carfax for domain names. Okay, and you can see here that if it was dropped, it would have a little phrase after then that says it's been dropped twice. But this domain has not been dropped. Then it goes ahead and tells you that it has 7 changes to the unique server, which is not a big deal. So you would just add that to your prospect list. You could also go ahead and check out GoDaddy's site themselves and go through their recently put up for sale domains that have age to them. They might not all have huge backlinks, but they will have some age, and you can get them sometimes for less than $15. Another thing you want to take note of with these domains is the backlinks. All right, on this, when you're in domain face, you can go and check out the backlinks here. Let's see, 5,119 backlinks within Alexa, and then here's the Majestic SEO backlinks. Number of domains linking to this domain is reported by Majestic SEO, and you'll see that these numbers vary greatly. I mean, we're talking about 2,000 here and 13 in Google. All right, these are just rough guides to go by. All right, so now we're going to look at the on-page SEO factors that will affect your rankings potential in Google. Okay, and this is going to be more about setting up your site. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you that 99% of the SEO, that the magic that happens, it takes place off page. All right, but there are some things that you really need to do to take care of on page, or all of your off page things will be for nothing. Okay, so just to be clear on that, you can have the best off page strategy in the world, which means things that you're doing outside of your site, backlinking and things like that. You could be running the best backlinking possible, but if your site isn't structured in a way to leverage the backlinking juice and leverage the backlinking setup that you're putting towards it, it's all for nothing. Now, the most important content role is related to keyword targeting. You really have to figure out what people are searching for first, and then target a variety of relevant words to drive significant amounts of traffic to your website. Now, nevertheless, quality content is still important in terms of visitor experience, as well as your website design, architecture, and just the overall accessibility. Now, as for the platform that we choose, we almost 100% of the time go with WordPress CMS, content management system. Okay, you don't have to worry about with WordPress. It's everything's dynamic. It's a open source platform where people are developing add-ons and assets that make it unlike any other web publishing platform out there that you could that you could purchase or set up your site on. We've run multiple tests, WordPress versus static, and static sites that were, where people just have a home page and the other pages and upload them to the server, no databases involved, and WordPress, for one reason or another, always outranked, even in some tests given the same exact style of content. Okay. Not to mention, WordPress also is really flexible in terms of being SEO friendly. It's an SEO friendly platform that has a lot of really good plugins that you can install to optimize the site and do a lot of things that you used to have to do manually throughout your site. As for the look and feel, there are tons of customizable themes out there to make your design look professional and unique. So you can make your blog look like a stunning static website if you want. It doesn't have to look like a blog, quote unquote. Okay. We'll leave it up to you to select the theme. Just make sure that the website looks professional and not like one of those those fly-by-night flash sites that you see that people just throw up that are obvious templates. Okay. As far as free themes are concerned, we've had really good success with this theme that you see right here on the screen. It's called Suffusion. Okay, it's a free theme within the WordPress theme, the free WordPress theme download section. You would just go to WordPress.com. I'm sorry, WordPress.org/extend/SUFFUSION. This theme is very clean and has led to a much higher conversion rate than a lot of even some of the paid themes that we've used. Just a little tip for you there. But you're free to use any theme that you want. We just have really good success with that one. If you have an extra $99 bucks to invest, I strongly recommend PageLine's Platform Pro. It's a WordPress theme that pretty much allow you to drag and drop the design any way you like. It has drag and drop design control, so you can put a carousel up top, then you can put a sidebar over here, and you can just pretty much design your theme as you want it. Just drag and drop. Very useful. WordPress. This really shows you the power of WordPress, because the things that you can do with this and combine it with what WordPress has to offer is a website developer's dream. No coding needed. So we're not affiliated with the company, but we just we like good products, and we like to recommend good products to you. So definitely you want to check that out. But you don't need it. You can use any theme you want, and the free theme that we just showed you would do the trick as well. Make sure you guys check out the resources section for any of the WordPress resources that we have there. I'm sure you'll find those useful as well. Now, another reason why the WordPress platform has this clear advantage over a lot of the other platforms is because of the useful plugins. All right, these plugins are they enhance the blog, and they alter the architect. These plugins enhance the blog, starting with the architecture and ending up with performance. So we don't bother too much about the on-page optimization, when we're on WordPress platform, because there's so many great plugins. Like, for example, the all-in-one SEO plugin. It'll do all the work of the optimization that we need for our purposes. Okay, so you don't have to go through each page and deal with optimization and getting the keyword in there for the title tags and things like that. This is indeed by far the most important plugin that you want to use. There's lots of other ones that do it, and lots of them that have more bells and whistles. But we strongly recommend, if not any of the other ones, All-in-One SEO. This is a free plugin, by the way. They have if you go to the plugins page for All-in-One SEO, they have a detailed walkthrough. I strongly recommend you go through that walkthrough and see how to get the most out of that plugin, and then go ahead and install it onto your blog, along with the other ones that we have here. Here's a list of the must-have plugins that I strongly recommend for you to download and install. We have XML sitemaps, so you can put an XML sitemap on your blog so that Google can and they can read the XML. All-in-one SEO we just mentioned. We have SEO Smart Links. We have HTML extension on page, WP Twitter plugin. We have the WP Super Cache, SEO Slug, and Configurable Tag Cloud. So as I said, this is the magic recipe that we've put together. You don't have to use each one of these, but I strongly recommend you using the All-in-One SEO. There's a couple other handy plugins in the resources section as well. You can check those out, and they'll enhance your blog as well. Okay, so now let's get into the actual website architecture itself. Search engines love when your website is neat, tidy, has good site navigation, good hierarchy, and it's just not that hard to follow through and make its way through the different branches of your site. Now, if you remember, I mentioned that we've had the best experience with multi-purpose websites. Promoting various products related to one main product in the same market, but different niches maybe. And I've already explained that's that whole authority type of site. And we've explained that the benefit of doing this greatly impacts the overall value and the overall authority of the main site. So overall, this is our typical setup. We'll have the one main domain here, which is the main site, and then we'll have 4 or 5 secondary pages here, which promote 4 or 5 different products. So these pages are typically in our setup. These are going to be sales pages promoting different products. Now, aside from these 4 pages, there's also the home page. Home page can be somewhat generic, and then it can have. You're also going to have an about page and a blog post page, and the one where all of your blog posts that you make about various products will go. Okay. Now, when you're in your blog, aside from having these 4 or 5 other pages and the home page and you can also have the contact page, you want to have categories set up for each one of these. Okay, and the categories are going to be pretty much they're going to pretty much mirror the theme of these external subpages here. So, for example, this main site may be about marketing. And then this product here could be email marketing, affiliate marketing, joint venture marketing, and pay-per-click marketing. You would have categories that would say, for example, pay-per-click is a category you would set up on the blog. So you go to, category setup, you type it in, and you put pay-per-click. You're going to have a category for affiliate marketing. You're going to have a category for, SEO. These are going to be categories on the actual blog where you categorize the content. So if this sales page is about pay-per-click, well, actually, then you're going to go and put that under the pay-per-click category. Then you want to go out and use the keyword tool to find niche keywords for those categories and write articles that are optimized for those terms. Or you can hire somebody to do that for you, and we'll show you how to do that in a bit. But you want to post your articles to the appropriate categories and make sure that you link them with your offer pages. So your offer pages should be linked with the home page, giving the visitor an ability to see a full list of your products. All right, and this is the way. So basically, they'll be around here, right here. This product number 4. Let's say this is pay-per-click. Pay-per-click is going to be in the pay-per-click category, and then it's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 pay-per-click articles pointing back to this product page, which also points back to the home page, which will have links to all the other product pages. That's how you do it. The general idea behind this strategy and the reason why it's worked so well is because it's going to leverage the full organic traffic potential by targeting a wide variety of relevant keywords. Instead of throwing everything into one single keyword and then see one day get the shock and awe of seeing 10 visitors one day and then ranking number 1. I mean, that's not a good experience. And I don't know if you've ever done it, if you've ever experienced that. You get to number 1 in Google and you think just you hit the holy grail and that's it. Now you're going to get all the traffic you want. But there's been many times where you get a keyword, that one keyword that you spend all that time ranking for, and you're number 1, and boom, 10 visitors a day. All right? Well, what you're learning here combats that. It's like your safety valve against that. So you're going to have 50 keywords per site, and they're all going to support these product pages. And the way that breaks down is, like we said, 1 competitive keyword for the home page, and 2 variations of it. Then you have 2 mildly competitive keywords per product page, 2, 4, 6, 8, right there, or 10 if it's a 5th page, and 1 main and 1 relevant variation. Okay. Then 5 different promotional articles for each product, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. And then for those, you want to target at least 2 low competitive keywords, long tail keywords per article, only 2. So in total, that's around 53 keywords in total. All right, so your main pages, the home page, product pages, and article pages, which will be out here around the product pages, pointing to okay? You should remember to link to all of these, all of them, when we get to the backlinking section. And you can split it up, give them 20% of the links to the home page, 20% to the articles, but the lion's share, 60%, should be going towards the product pages, and we'll get into that when we get to backlinking. And what this does, just to give you a little bird's eye view of what this process does, this thing has been kicked and tried and tested, and every time it performs like a champ. You'll start to see traffic come in for long tail keywords first, because it's easier to rank for these terms. And these are the terms that will be targeted by your articles out here. Okay? So they get picked up first. You'll see traffic come in, and you'll see rankings for those. Then when your website becomes heavier, getting rich with backlinks, it will definitely start to show rankings for more competitive terms. And these will be picked, and these will be the terms on the product page. Okay? You're making money from these pages because these product pages all have links to products. And then your final goal is to have the home page targeting a highly competitive term right here, rank. Now don't worry about it too much. It's going to rank well as far as the rest of your page, and it's going to do it just steadily over time. You're going to have immediate rankings with these. But this is a highly competitive word. This is the type of word ranking for it can set you up, for the years to come. And we won't even go into what happens when you sell this whole thing off. That's later on. That's a whole nother mindset there. But the general idea is to climb the rankings gradually, but get traffic fast. All right? Climb the rankings gradually. It's going to climb, but you're going to get traffic very, very quickly. Now, last but not least, when it comes to your on-page optimization, you don't want to forget to add your tags. And this is what you're going to use the configurable tag cloud widget for. All right. There was a time when I thought tag clouds were, basically useless. But once we stumbled upon a search term and the analytics after looking at the breakdown for the monthly keywords that people were searching for, we were able to pull out this one particular phrase was accounting for 60% of the traffic to the post. So we went to Google and we searched for the term. We found out that the blog was ranked number 2 for that keyword phrase. And then we went to look at the post itself and see that we didn't have that complete word there, that phrase. We had one word out of the entire phrase listed. But what was there was a tag cloud that was kind of supplementing, sprinkling in words that the search engine associated with it. And since then, we've applied tag clouds to almost every blog, niche blog that we've set up, and the results have been fantastic. So you definitely, it's not going to be a major boost, but it's definitely good to have, and it takes a few seconds to set up. So check out, get that plugin installed, set your tags up for each post, and then it will supplement the on-page SEO. All right, so now let's take a look at the underground off-page SEO. This is where the magic happens. All right. This section here, we're going to go through the details of what needs to be done to make the system work. All right, it's not meant for you to get overwhelmed with, and if you try to visualize yourself doing all these tasks by yourself initially, you may just do that. You may get overwhelmed. This system is at its finest with you optimizing it and getting it outsourced. Okay, I want you to go through it. You don't have to go through the entire process, but I want you to go through it and actually see what it consists of so that you can outsource it properly. But it is not that difficult once you break it down. And the reward is well worth the little bit of effort that it's going to take. Now, I will admit, if you do it manually, it will take you a little bit longer. It's not impossible, but it will take you longer. If you outsource it, at most, you would spend around $150, $160. But the result would be a deeply linked, a highly ranked website with authority, trust, and has multiple product pages, all ranking, all sucking in traffic, and a home page that's on the rise for a very, very competitive keyword. And you tell me that how many marketers wouldn't pay $150 a day for that all day long? Okay, so if you're tempted to go through these next steps and do this all by yourself, that's fine. But just know that for you completely taking your hands off the process, giving the orders, and having everything completed for you in a matter of a week or so, you can outsource it for around $150. All right, so with that said, let's move on to how to get backlinks, unlimited backlinks to increase the page rank and the authority of the site. So we're going to move on to how to get unlimited high page rank backlinks to your website. This starts off the process. First of all, if you're not familiar with this tool, you need to get familiar with it. It will save you a lot of time and a lot of money. Okay, Scrapebox. Scrapebox.com. You go here, this is a tool that will allow you to harvest information on the website, information that you need to find backlinks, to do just about anything that you could need it to go out and get. It can scrape it together and throw it in a box for you, hence the name. So take a look at this. It is a tool, a one-time payment, lifetime payment, $97. In the resources section, we will provide a link for you to get this tool for $57 lifetime. Okay, $57. So make sure you check that out. It's only going to be available for a limited time, so I apologize if you miss out on it. But even at the $97 price, it is this tool will pay for itself many times over. So when it comes to forum links and backlinks and things like that, especially forum links, it can be you probably already know that they can be really valuable for your overall rankings. After all, there's tons of backlinking packages out there now. There's people selling links everywhere from forums. There's all kinds of techniques. But there's two types of forum links that you can get, and it's important that you distinguish between these. And when applying this, and just keep this in mind, there's profile links, and then there's signature links. Okay, signature links you can get actually is two different types of those within itself. It's signature links from the public profile, the forum, the part of the forum where everybody sees stuff and everybody posts threads, and then there's signature links from discussion board pages. Okay. There's signature links from public profile pages, where it's your profile, your picture, about you, a little bit about your favorite things to do, all that stuff. That's one link, and the other one is from the actual discussion board pages where people meet and post threads and things like that. Now, there's nothing wrong with the first two types of links, but there's just slight drawbacks. Is that these profile pages, the profile link and the public profile, they're just created. They're new. And not even in the Google index. And sometimes, until they get indexed, it makes them pretty worthless. Yet a lot of marketers don't pick up on that, and they still, they swear by them and then wonder why they get dismal results. But, now, for sure, you can index around 75% of them, I'd say. And you can amplify the SEO weight of each one of them, but it takes some time. And what I'm here to give you is a quick SEO boost. All right? So we need to show Google that the website is something worthwhile right away, and let other stuff build gradually. So what we're going to do is acquire backlinks from high page rank forums that have history already. They already have quite a bit of history and a bunch of backlinks themselves. So these are the kind of pages that are being crawled frequently, and we're going to get almost instant results from them. So the first thing you need to do is go out and find a few relevant page rank 5 or higher forums. Okay, now you can do this manually just by going to Google and searching for, if you're in the golfing niche, like we said before, you can do golfing plus forums. The plus sign forum. But the problem is, even if you find those high page rank forums, it's going to take you a whole bunch of time to search for, high page rank pages within those forums. And that's why we recommended using Scrapbox instead of doing it by hand. From the first time you do the search, it'll already make its money back in the time that it saves you. Your time is money. Now, we'll give you an alternative way to do this without Scrapbox by hand. I call it Scrapbox as Scrapebox. But I'll show you an alternative way to do this towards the end of this video. But using Scrapebox, the first thing you want to do is you want to get some proxies to go out and to perform the scraping anonymously. This software is going to go out and it's going to hit a lot of sites and gather data from a lot of the sites, and you don't want your IP address being flagged or banned, so it's just putting a little protective layer over that. You're not doing anything black hat by using a proxy, you're just gathering data. So basically you start Scrapebox up, Scrapebox. I'm going to call it Scrapbox for the remaining of the video. Just to let you know. Wife's into scrapbooking, so Scrapbox is what I start Scrapebox up and click on Manage Proxies, right? Let's see. And you want to start Scrapebox and click on Manage Proxies in the most bottom left corner of the window, software window. Then you want to click on Harvest Proxies right here. All right, in that same part of the screen. Then you just select one of the sources and you click Start. And Scrapebox is going to harvest all the proxies available in that source. Then you just click OK when it's done. At this point, you need to test all the proxies and transfer all good proxies to a main list. So you just to test the proxies, you go to proxies, you click save, and then you just transfer the good proxies to the main list. I strongly recommend you do this proxy test 3 or 4 times in a row in order to make sure that you're working with the fastest and the most secure proxies. Working with the bad ones, it's just going to affect the results really, really bad. So you want to filter them out because it's going to, it's going to cause problems when it's trying to connect, and it's going to throw things off. The next step is you want to find those high relevant PR forums. Okay, so you need to use the forum platform name in the search string. For example, you see here powered by vBulletin, powered by whatever the forum platform is. Okay, in the resources section, I'll give you a document that gives you all of the forum platforms. But for example, even if you put forum platform strings in Google, it'll come back with a list of strings like PHPBB, vBulletin, etc., etc. In this example, it was used as vBulletin, and you just click on Start Harvesting. After you put your keyword in, of course, you can put whatever you want in here. And I don't recommend you use a big list of keywords since it's going to take a whole lot of time for the software to scrape all of those URLs and then check the domain page rank. So go ahead and put, I'd say up to maximum 3 keywords here, and then click on Start Harvesting. Now, when the software pulls out the results, it's going to have the URLs are going to be here, and then the page rank is going to be ranked on the side. So then you need to check the page rank of each domain. So then you just go into the button here and says check page rank, get the domain page rank, not the URL page rank. Then you just let it do its thing, and it's going to take a little while to get the domain page rank. Usually not more than 5 or 10 minutes if you don't use more than 1 or 2 keywords. So let that run, and then come back to it and see what it spits out. Now, after the scrape box finishes checking, you need to sort these URLs by page rank from highest to lowest. So to do this, you just click on the PR tag above the actual values in the list. So you would just come up here and click that, and it's sorted by, you see, page rank 6, 4, 4, 3, 3. Then what we usually do is remove anything lower than a page rank 4 from the list. Okay, the higher the root domain page rank, the better chance that it will stumble upon a high page rank thread page, because that's what we're after. We're looking for a thread page that has high page rank. So what's the point of starting with a forum with a page rank 3 as the root page, the home page? Because that means all the subsequent pages after that have to ideally, normally speaking, be lower than the 3. And there you have it. So now you have all those the necessary forms to work with. Now you can export the URL list. You can just click on Export URL list right here, and then you can export as text, and then you have it saved the list that you're ready to use. Now that wasn't hard, was it? You're a few steps away from having tons of high quality links that will give your website a great boost in the search engines. In a matter of minutes. You found the targets with Scrapebox. Now what you want to do is go through the list that you just exported and find a forum that's suitable, that meets the criteria that we just went over. Go ahead and register, all right, and figure out the URL structure they're using. The actual URL for the forum board index. This is where all the sections are located. The point is you're trying to find what their threads look like, the URL for a thread. It can look different ways. It could be, for example, domain.com /forum /thread 555.html, or it could be domain.com. Sometimes they'll say show thread.php equals and then some numbers. That's what they use in vBulletin. So go to you want to register for the forum. Go to the page where it lists all the forums, and then just hover your mouse over and see where that link is, or right click and say copy link location. Paste in a notepad and take a look at the link structure for the thread. When you put the about or the show thread in the search query, it's going to filter out any other sites, any other pages. You just want the pages that are threads so that you can check the page rank of those. So you see here it says about, and each of these URLs will have the about in it, with these thread URLs here, and this would be a footprint that you're finding pages on that forum using that key. So now when it goes out and harvests the URLs, you can see it'll pull back. Let's say it'll pull back 152 different URLs, and here's the page rank of them. All right. So these are all threads that are sitting there, waiting for you to go register an account and leave a signature link on them. PageRank 5, PageRank 4. So hopefully you can see that potential. This kind of link is worth a lot but now you can get them for absolutely free in a matter of minutes, and that's why these are worth even a bit of the occasional hassle, because they're right there for the picking. So to recap, here's an action plan for you. You go register on the form that you found using the tool. Now add the signature via the account control panel. Make a few posts to the high page rank threads, and then you're done. Your link appears on these pages. Now there's some things you may need to counterbalance. Some forums don't allow you to put signatures until you reach a certain amount of posts in the forums, and you can just outsource someone to go and make posts for you if you want. You can go to Fiverr.com, pay $5 to have someone go and make intelligent and relevant posts throughout the forum till you have whatever the select number is that allows you to make posts in the threads. Allows you to put your signature. Another tip is to fly below the radar of forum moderators. And remember, you're not spamming here, but you also you don't want your links deleted. When you make your post to the thread, let your thread fall off the first page before going back and adding your signature link. Okay, and that would just be you logging into your forum profile page, edit your settings, and put your link in your signature, which will be obviously your keywords that you're going to use. If you do that, you should be able to get a high page rank link right there lined up, ready to go in your pocket. Alright, next we get free high-powered web directory submissions. This is pretty much straightforward. You don't need to apply for a bunch of various directories. There's just a handful of 5 that we use. You can use any combination of these, one of them or none of them. But for this, to get the most out of this system, we usually stick with these 5. First one is Scrub the Web. Scrub the Web is a directory that has a page rank 7. Alright? Don't sign up for anything else from this company other than wanting to list your site in their directory. Okay? Page rank 7, you don't need their promo offers. Hot versus Not, another free web directory. This one is a page rank 6. And this may not be the best directory, but you definitely get a link from a specific category of your choice for free just by providing a link back to them. Okay? The next directory is Atom Enabled. Atom Enabled, ATOMENABLED.org. This is a page rank 9 directory that you can list in. Alright, so you definitely want to take advantage of that. Next one is Joyant. It's Joyant, JOEANT.com. This one is a page rank 6. And you basically become an editor, log in, and you submit your site for free, and it gets added to the directory. And the last one you can Google is WebBeacon, and they are page rank 4 and gives free listings to editors. So there's a handful for you. Later, when your site is it's actually it's more authority to it, and it's carrying some weight, you consider applying for DMOZ in the Yahoo directory. And this will give you a good piece of stability and avoid that that wretched Google dance of your site bouncing around. But for now, use the free directories and you'll be fine. Next, you want to get highly relevant, high PR backlinks. Okay, and there's one site that I strongly recommend you use this. Definitely don't abuse it, and they could change the policy at any time. And that is WikiAnswers, answers.com. You put in a relevant, let's say you're on a weight loss site that you're trying to rank, lose weight. Actually, I'm sorry, I forgot to click on, you were on, when it brings you to the site, you're going to be on Ask. You want to click on Answer first, then you want to click on type in lose weight, or whatever it is that you may be related to your site. And you can see related questions now. Can you lose weight on? How can you lose weight? Is your weight hereditary? Can you lose weight by exercising, etc.? So what you want to do is, if you already have the Firefox plugin SEO book installed, it's an add-on. You want to be able to check the page rank of these individual pages here. You're looking for one that has a page rank 2 or better. So you would go in and say, you start with the first one, and as you go in and you see it, your Firefox extension will say, okay, this is this page that you're on now. Can you lose weight just by exercising? And then if it has a higher page rank, then you can answer the question. You could also browse to a different category, related category, by going over to Browse Categories and select a subcategory topic there. Now, when using Wiki Answers, I have to advise you against going crazy with it. I wouldn't add any more than 2 links in there as the resource, as a source information file. And you see here at the bottom, once you answer the question, let's say this is the question here: how many grams of carbs are recommended per day? Great answer right there. And then at the bottom, sources and related links. Okay, and then here's the sources, which would be whoever answered that question and a link to their site. If you put too many links, they'll slam down and make these no follow links. If you keep it reasonable, they'll let it be a follow link, and you'll get the benefit that you're looking for. So I wouldn't say no more than 2 backlinks. The way you should split the 2 links is to send one link to your home page and one to one of the inner pages for some deep linking. So just go and find the most relevant question with high page rank as possible, add your link, and use the appropriate anchor text, and you'll be good to go. You'll have a do follow, high page rank, relevant backlink in about 15 seconds. All right, profile link building domination. Now this is the main portion of the linking strategy, and this involves building profile links. However, we're going to do it in a different way, a little different way, and in order, this technique is going to be a little more advanced and highly effective. Now, just to remind you, profile link building is a process when you register an account on a high page rank website, and you create a new public profile page, the little page that has your little avatar picture and all that stuff. We create a page on that domain where you can add your own links. So it says things she likes to do or favorite websites and whatever. You're going to leverage those spaces there. Now, usually you have the ability to include links in both the profile form and in your user signature, and this lets you to employ sort of a multiple links in one account. Now, sometimes you can leave a message on your profile page. This way, the amount of possible links increases even more, which is great because when you you like to link to different portions of your main site here, your money site. You don't want to just have all your links going back to the money site. You want to have some going to the product pages, some going to the article pages, etc., etc. All right. So why are profile links so popular? Well, here are the pros of everything. By using profiles, obviously on a whole bunch of different forms and individual pages, you're going to have a variety of C-class IP addresses. Okay, a variety of different. A C-class is nothing but a neighborhood. It says that, hey, these computers, these sites are in different neighborhoods. They're not all in the same neighborhood, possibly owned by the same company. With everything we're all in the same C-class, then it looks just a little weird, at least, that you have 1,000 links coming all from the same neighborhood type of thing. This is a figurative neighborhood. We're not talking about location-based neighborhood. Low OBL, low outbound links per page. Think of outbounding links as a bucket and with holes. The more holes the bucket has, the less water it's going to hold. The more holes in a website, which would be outbound links, the less link juice, the less page rank it's going to hold for the other links. Okay, so obviously a lower OBL, the better, and that is definitely a benefit of profile links. Link diversity. Okay, these links are going to have different ranks, different locations, different geographical locations to look more natural. Easy to get backlinks. Okay, these links are very easy to get, and the entire process can be outsourced, so they're very time efficient. And high page rank authority websites. All right, if you've already done the due diligence of finding the forums, these sites will already have high page rank and will trickle down to higher page rank profiles. Even though you may not see it in the page rank meter, a lot of them will carry with it the authority from the home page. There really aren't any cons with this type of linking, other than that in the beginning there may be a little bit less link juice coming from that because it's a newer. When you create that profile page, it didn't exist before you created your account. Okay, so that's a new page, but that we'll be dealing with that shortly, and that won't even be an issue. All right, so here's the process that makes it all happen. We have backlinks pointing to backlinks, which point to your money site and articles. It's that simple. Okay, so let's dig a little deeper into this. You're going to have first tier backlinks. These backlinks here are your quality backlinks pointing to your strategic pages, like you see here. All right. Google would frown. They say that they won't ban you, but they will frown upon having lots of links, lots of suspicious links, all of a sudden pointing to one page. Okay, they can't penalize you for that, because if it were that easy, then I could go get it if I didn't like you, or you crossed me the wrong way at a marketing conference or something. I can just go get 2,000 links of, I don't know, porn sites, point them to your site, and make your site fall out of the search engines. It would be that easy. Okay, it's not. But what happens is they raise a flag on their radar, and they start to devalue the value of links that are pointing to your site, and you don't want that. So the way around this is this double layered linking strategy. You have links linking to links. All right. Now this is a scaled down model. This model could actually be several layers deep. In other words, we just have one level 1 backlink here, but we could have as many as 500 of these individual, what you see on the screen. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 level 2 backlinks pointing to, it could be 70, multiplied by 10. So we could have 70 of these gray links pointing back to 10 of these pink links, which will point back to your article, sites, and your money site. But for simplicity purposes, we're just showing on this smaller scale what this process looks like. So we have the quality links right here pointing to your strategic pages, the second tier links, less quality backlinks pointing to your first tier backlinks. This way you have sort of a shield up right here. And it shields your website and any of the other strategic pages, and it scatters all the risk to be penalized, for anything like low quality or anything like that amongst the first tier backlinks, not your website. And it actually acts as sort of like a filter, a converter box here, because you're going to have a lot of lesser quality links that convert into what we consider high quality links with lots of juice, which turn that energy into high quality links to pass on to your strategic pages. It's a beautiful process. Now, as you already know, SEO links, they have no value if they're not indexed. All right, non-indexed links have absolutely no SEO value. So you need to get as many backlinks indexed as possible. It's in your best interest to. And really, there's nothing complicated that needs to be done. You just have to apply random interlinking between the two. Okay, between the first and the second tier backlinks. So let's say here that you have, on this first tier, let's say you have 500 backlinks total. All right, 500 first tier backlinks. Divide them into two groups. So you're going to split it up. Say, all right, I have 500. I'm going to put 250 in this pile, call them Group A, 500 in this pile, and call them Group B. Now, every single link from Group A should be linking to any five, if possible, backlinks from Group B. So to repeat that, you had 500 level 1 backlinks. Picture 500 of these here, these pink bars. You're going to split them up, 250 and 250, and Group A links are going to, Group A links is going to point to 5 of Group B links. And links from Group B are going to point back to 5 random Group A links. So they're pointing back and forth. And a simple version of it is here. Here's a Group A. Let's say it's a level 1 link here. So as you see here, these are all your level 1s split into two groups. And here's the Group B links around the outside, and then here's the Group A links. Okay? So you have the Group A link pointing to 5 of these Group Bs. All right? Now what you don't see here is that you also have 5 Group A links that would be over here pointing to this Group B. So let's look at this one more time to make sure you got it, because I had to look at it 2 times when we first discovered this. Overall process, you have level 2 backlinks all pointing to a level 1 backlink. Level 1 backlink is acting as your shield, and it's going to filter these links here. It's going to get the benefit of them, and it's going to point that to your asset sites here, your article sites, and your money site. All right. To make sure that all the links get indexed, what you're going to do is you're going to take level 1 right here. If this is 500 links, well, let's just make it smaller. Let's say this is 50 links here. You're going to split it in half. 25 on this side, 25 on this side. Okay. Take those 25 links. 25 are going to be group A. 25 are going to be group B. Group A is going to point to 5 of these group B's. 5 random links from the group B pile. Group A is going to point to these 5 random links in the group B pile. And then the pattern continues. You have this one group B link will be pointing to 5 random group A links, which will be down here. So this one group B link will be pointing to 5 random group A links. And then so on and so on. It just keeps spreading out. Also, what you have here is an indexing tool. This is a tool that you're going to use, we're going to talk about in a bit, that brings Google in by the masses and pumps them right into this group A link here. And then the spider crawls it and he finds this group B, and then the spider keeps crawling, then he finds this 5 more from group A, then that spider crawls in and he finds another one from group B, and you see how that all funnels back to the money site. Each of these groups are going to have links back to the money site. I should put arrows here like this. So group A and group B all have links back to the money site. So the next logical question is, where do I get the tier 1 backlinks? And how many do you need? Remembering that the tier 1 backlinks are right here. Okay. Where do you get them and how many do you need? SEO Spyglass is going to be your friend. It's a free tool. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to crank up Spyglass. You're going to look at your top 3 competitors. Okay? You're going to see how many backlinks they have. Check the number of links that they have. And then you're going to take those 3 numbers and add those numbers up and divide it by 3. You're going to get the average of your top competitors. You can get the average of the top competitors. And there you have it. That's how many links you need to get. Now, a lot of people swear by the link packets that you'll find everywhere online. Angela and Paul's backlinks, and we've gotten some success with them. Around 80-90% of them have stuck around, which is good. But we also there's no question that the best links you can get are the links done by hand. The links individually found, not in the packets where everybody. Because what happens is every time a packet comes out, there's some jack-off that goes and abuses the system, or a group of jack-offs for that matter, go out and abuse the system. And the moderators get trigger happy, and then they're blocking, they're putting no follows on profiles, and stuff just gets abused. I recommend you go to odesk.com, and this is it's full of workers that are willing to do this for you, okay, on a contractual basis. You can contract for 500 profile links for as low as $50. Okay, you don't have to buy all those packets. These people who do this type of work on Odesk, you'll find that they already have the packets anyway. They make it a practice to buy the packets, set up shop, and say, okay, we can build links now for people. So it's proven, like I said, that manually done profile links show far way better results than automatically generated ones like softwares like SCNuke and things like that. So when given your contracting instructions for link building, don't hesitate to provide them with multiple pages to build links to. As we showed you on the previous slide. Your tier 1 backlinks should point to at least 4 different properties if possible. So tell them to vary the anchor text, from time after time, using different variations of your main keyword, golf club, golf driver, things like that. When you hire one of them, make sure that in order to get paid, they need to give you a complete report. If they want the $50, they need to deliver the project as you request it, which will include a complete report with all the URLs that they've created, logins and the passwords, and you can tell them send it to you in an Excel file and to deliver it within 3 days. So then what happens is they'll give you they'll give you the work back, and it'll be a report. After you have the report, it's time to get the interlinking going, which is what we showed you on the previous slide of crossing the links. All you have to do at that point is just to divide them in 2. So if you got back, 50-50 split between 2 groups, if you got back 100 links, 100 profiles with pages set up, then you just split them up and you put 50 on this side, 50 on this side, and then log into each profile and add 5 random links. Or the preferred approach would be to take some time and pick somebody else off of Odesk and outsource it, and just give them the 2 files and let them give them the instructions of what to link to where. They will do that. Normally we'll find between $10 and $15 will get the job done. Alright, so that's one way. Now another way, if you're really low on a budget, here's a free alternative to get the high quality first tier links. You can simply go use SEO Spyglass, get the free SEO Spyglass tool, monitor the backlink activity of any website out there in your niche market. So you got to think about this for a second. The people who are ranking for your keywords are ranking for a reason, and more than likely they have a better linking plan than you do. Okay, so go to them, go take their site, plug them into SEO Spyglass. This is really powerful. All right, plug them in, put your competitor into SEO Spyglass first, and have a look at what kind of backlinks that they're getting to let them achieve those high ranks. And in this particular case, you're going to be interested in people only in profile links. And you can see, if this particular site that's ranking is employing profile links building right away. All you have to do is scan through the whole backlink list, and usually the profile links are the ones that have endings that end in suffixes in the URLs, something like members, member list, people, user, profile, those words. All right. So if you need a lot of backlinks, pretty much you can go for every backlink in the list, disregarding the age and the page rank of the domain. Now, in the event that most quality links is what you're going after, only go for the websites in that list, in your competitors' list, that have high page rank 5, older, than 5 years in the root domain. These links will have a lot more potential to pass through, good amounts of link juice. So you can see domain page rank and age by scrolling the results window to on the right hand side of when you're inside of the SEO Spyglass. Now you want to make sure you go and you register for RoboForm. You can get the free version. It will allow you to fill out all the necessary forms really quickly, just a click of the mouse, and it saves you a whole bunch of time when setting up for some of these profiles. I personally couldn't imagine filling out the forms manually after using this tool, and it's absolutely free. And again, this is the if you're taking the route of doing this yourself, if you're low on a budget, you can do it this way. You could also use Scrapebox to go ahead and scrape out tons of high PR forms the same way that we explained earlier, and that will work as well. All right, the next question becomes where to get this second tier, the tier 2 backlinks. Well, there is a software out there that for these type of links that people are using is very expensive, and it's called XRumor. All right, XRumor is a Russian software that is very complicated, very robust, very black hat, and you don't want anything to do with it because it's $540 to buy, but it gets the job done. That's why we say that it's better for you to use XRumor services. People who own the software, they know what they're doing, and that can send as much links as you can pay for back to you. All right. So when you become a little bit savvier and you have your own time and money to invest, you may consider buying your own copy of this software. But for now, don't even worry with it. What you can do is head over to one of these sites. Now, DripFeed is a more expensive option, but it has a lot of functionality and a lot of features what their service provides. You can come to the site if you have the funds for it and check it out. I warn you, it's not cheap. If you go to their pricing, their standard package is $99 a month, and that's up to 30,000 links per month. Then they have an a premium package at 2 projects per day, which is up to 60,000 links per month. These are monthly subscriptions. And then they have an agency package, which is insane here. 4 projects a day, 120,000 links per month. They have social bookmarking links. They have web directory links. They have 1,000 forum profile links, which is what you're looking for. And you can come here and take the tour. If you do not want to go this route, you can come right on Fiverr and find guys who will do 5,000, 7,500 backlinks for $5. All right, use this option if you're on a low budget. What you want to do is do the best you can to interlink your second tier backlinks as well. This will give you a huge boost on your first tier links and your overall money site ranking. So use the DripFeed Blast and you can add 100 URLs and anchor text to each blast. It's like 1,000 links. So you can link to random 100 profiles from the previous blast and so on. So the question becomes, how do you get those links indexed? After lots of tests, we found that the number one way to get the links actually picked up by the search engines is to actually have links from other blogs out there, blogs that are already indexed, pointing back to the links contained within the content. Now, you're not going to go out and create thousands of blogs just to get your thousands of links indexed. So one service that we found, which is costs $7 a month, is onewaylinks.net. Okay, onewaylinks.net. It's pretty useless if you're trying to use it just to boost your site's ranking, and that's not recommended for that. I mean, they advertise will do that, but we haven't seen any increase for that. But it is absolutely great for getting the page is indexed, great for indexing purposes, as well as boosting the actual value of your link. So all you have to do is go and register. Nothing to lose. It's only $7 the first month, and then you can cancel anytime. After that, you don't see any results. But believe me, you will see these links getting picked up. And honestly speaking, we've tested the famous, backlink energizers and all the other indexing tools, and this has been way more effective for the $7. So what happens is when you sign up, you get to add your blog to their network in order to be able to post to other blogs. And so it's over 7,000 different blogs, active blogs in their network. So you can definitely see the potential here, and you can create as many posts as you want. But the total amount of links in each post is limited to 3. So what you can do, you can use spin syntax, and you can rotate your URLs and your anchors in the link as much as you want. And we had the best experience using 10 different URLs, anchor links per post. Don't go over 10 per post, because it's just going to diminish the capability of each URL to go live. So you see here, $7 first month, $47 every month after that. You can use HTML in your post as well. By the way, if you add more links to the network, you get a higher quota, so you can index more of your links. And that's how it works. As far as anchor text, you should use whatever anchor text you like. I suggest inserting something relevant, some sort of relevant keyword, and going from there. Okay, so you see it's very, very simple to get your links indexed, even if you have hundreds of links. If you have thousands of links, there are all kinds of tools on the market. They're all, there's not one that stands out above the others. One that we've tested was SEO Fast Indexer. You can Google that. If you use that with the onewaylinks.net, you can shoot all of your bulk, all the extra links to the SEO Fast Indexer, and then you just press start button, and it's pretty much as easy as that. You're not going to have a high success rate using that only by itself, but by having the interlinking plan like we showed you earlier, and randomly throw in some of your second tier links, you'll have it do all the spiders will crawl amongst each other and find pages that otherwise didn't get picked up immediately. It'll trigger sort of a chain reaction and pass the Google spider throughout all the cross indexing that you've done. So then you can go and you can check, to check. Most people want to know, how can they check to see, whether the links are indexed. It's just a matter of going to Google and putting them in, and put site : in your link and see if you see your site in Google. Now, obviously, if you have thousands or hundreds of links to check, see what's indexed or what's not indexed, you're definitely going to need a tool to do that. And again, Scrapebox will do that for you. You just import the text file, and you go over on the right hand side and say check indexed, and it will go through and check all of the domains for you and see which ones are indexed. You can do hundreds of domains in just a few minutes. So it is a very, very powerful tool indeed. And speaking of tools, if you look at everything, the total investment for total automated SEO domination and high rankings in the shortest time possible, like we said earlier, only $175 if you were to automate everything and you didn't want to do anything manually yourself, and it would be worth every penny. Okay, think about it. If you have the 175, what you have is total domination for the keyword group that you're going for. What's that going to be worth to you? All right, and a lot of those tools that you purchase can be used over and over again for your future projects. Now, if you have more time than money, you could do it technically all for free. You would just have to go through and find your forums manually and check out the page rank with the Google, the Firefox toolbar. Go through, build your profiles manually. Go and place your profile links into place and do your linking and so on. I strongly recommend that you go through the process again, especially the linking setup, just to make sure you have it, so that if you do decide to outsource it for this 175, that you can get it done properly from your outsourced help from Odesk. So there you have it, a real dominating SEO underground strategy used by many who are in the know, and unknown to more than that. So there you have it, a real kick-ass SEO strategy that you can use to outrank almost any competitor in the marketplace. And it's it all depends on you taking action. When we first had the success with this strategy, we couldn't believe that we achieved the high ranking for the keyword the phrases that we were going after so easily. And then the traffic started rolling in, and the commissions started rolling in, and even bigger profits since then. And it's really powerful. You have to put it into play. The key to this strategy is outsourcing. Doing so can run. You'll be able to run multiple projects at the same time. And you'll be able to multiply your profits. And you can get your first website ranked #1 for a few keywords, and then flip it for an instant cash infusion. You make some serious money, and then you can use this for future investments. This will give you a kickstart on all your future projects. Think about it. What you're building here is one heck of an asset that can be sold, and it's no secret that you can get 8 to 10 times earnings on a website that monthly earnings that you sell on one of the website selling marketplaces like Flippa. So if you have only the 175 to get started, all you have to do is take the 175, set up a high value AdSense site, something that gets $1 per clicks or something like that has a high payout rate for AdSense. Execute this plan, rank #1 for the site, or #2 or 3, but you're going for #1. You have a $20 a day site. Hold that site for 30 days minimum, flip it for 8 times earnings, you make $6 grand in your pocket. Then you have the money you need to fund your new projects. It's that simple. So go through, make sure you understand the linking pattern for the interlinking between the first tier, second tier linking, and get your outsourcers on board, and borrow the 175 if you have to, just to roll out your first site. If you've picked you pick your niche market, right, or you already have your market that you're in, it's a site that you own, go ahead and get it knocked out, get that site ranked, and you'll be thrilled with the results. It's been my pleasure to be able to share this underground tactic with you. I know you'll enjoy it as long as you take action. Wish you the best. Take care.